In this video I'll be providing a walkthrough for each animal required to complete the wildlife photography mission in Grand Theft Auto 5. In order to get the wildlife photography mission started, you need to complete the Paparazzi Strangers and Freaks mission for Beverly in West Vinewood. Once you've done that, you'll receive a text from Beverly that you've been entered into a wildlife photography competition. The rules for the competition are as follows. The animal must be alive when you take a photo. The animal must be in the full frame. The animal doesn't need to be looking at the camera. You can take the picture from any angle, and you can't use filters or borders when you take the photograph. You'll need to take pictures of 20 different animals in Los Santos and send them in. And then once you've completed that challenge, you'll unlock the Kraken sub. I'll start by saying most domesticated animals in this mission can be found in set locations. Wild animals can usually be found in certain areas, but sometimes they can be quite hard to find. If you can't find the animal in question, you should just leave the area for a good distance and then return. Sometimes even that may not help and you'll have to save the game and then reload it and return to the area. It's a good idea to sneak when you're trying to take photos of a wild animal because they will bolt if they notice you, even before you got a chance to get your phone out. Each time you send a photograph to the Los Santos tourist board, they will confirm this and they will send you an email containing a list of all the remaining animals. My name is Mayor and this is the Mayor's Den. I stream different genres of games and I make walkthroughs and game reviews. In order to see more content and be notified when I go online, please subscribe and hit that notification button. Wherever there's any kind of other animals like elk or deer, you'll usually find quite a lot of rabbits bouncing around. One surefire place to find them is in Vinewood Hills just above Franklin's house. So just set off north up the hill, find a little dirt track, walk up the track for a while and you'll eventually come across a rabbit. Quickly get your phone out, take a photo before it bounces off. You'll find the Labrador in the back garden in the Richmond area. Simply pull up on the road, go around the side of the house and the dog should be on the patio. As a side note, the dog may be a Huskie. If it isn't the dog that you're looking for, then simply leave and return a few times. It should be the one that you need. The cow's located in the Gran Sonora Desert. Simply pull up and hop the fence, the cow should be stood in a field. Just down the road from the cow on the Redwood Light Track you can find the crow, the chicken hawk and the cormorant all in the same spots. Pull up, pop your phone out, scan the sky for birds and you should be able to snap a photo of all three birds in the same area. In GTA 5 you can sometimes find cats curled up on the street, one of these locations being in Strawberry. It's one of the easiest animals in the game to photograph. Pull up, get your phone out, get that photograph sent. Another easy one. For the Rottweiler, simply return to Franklin's house, run down the side of the house, take a photo of Chop. We're going to pop down to the southwest corner of the island to the pier. These can sometimes be quite hard to spot, and if you don't see any picking at the garbage on the pier, then simply get as close as you can to the beach and you should see a few walking around on the sand. Just down from the pier you'll see a long path going along the back of the beach. You can usually see a lady with a border collie either stood at the bottom of the stairs to the car park or running down the path with the border collie. You can usually take a snap of the dog when they reach the end of the path. You can find deer all over the Chiliad mountain area, or in the area that Trevor uses for his hunting missions. Simply pull up, leave the car behind, sneak down the road and you should see a deer grazing in the grass. For the Poodle, we're going to head into the Rockford Hills area in the centre of the city. If you locate the high-end clothing store, there's often people stood outside leaning against the building with a Poodle, and if you don't find the one that you're after, you're going to have to leave and come back. Northwest of Franklin's apartment you'll find a park. There's often quite a few different dogs here, and if you leave and return a few times eventually you will find a husky. I found my husky in the rear of the park after leaving a few times, where the swings and slides are located. You can find a lot of mountain lions in the area where Trevor does his hunting missions, in the Chiliad mountain area. A word of advice, bring a car with you, step outside of the car, and as soon as a mountain lion starts to chase you, just run back to the car, jump onto the roof, take the photo. I found my Coyote in the Ratton Canyon area. If you take a walk around the canyon, at some point you will bump into one. The Coyote that I found was forced to walk across this bridge, making it an easy photograph. The hen can be found at a set location in the Grand Senora Desert area. Simply go into the ladies' garden and take a look around. You should see the hen strutting around. Pugs can be found in the same place that we found the poodle, and eventually you should see somebody walking with a pug. As before, if you find you're having trouble finding one, then leave the area and then return. The Highland terrier is one of the rarer animals to see in GTA 5. Go to the same spot that we found the poodle and the pug, drive up and down the street until you come across a terrier. Now for an easy one. To find a pig, drive up to the Appleseed area, go to the rear of the farm and you should find a large muddy area where the pigs are housed. Snap the photo and send it to the LS Tourist Board. There's a few areas to find the wild boar. The most common place I found was in Sandy Shores, in the dilapidated housing area. Boars can quickly sense you and bolt, so I'd suggest finding a vantage point, using a scope and looking out for a pig. As soon as you get one, sneak up, take the photo. Once you've photographed all 20 animals, you should receive an email from the LS Tourist Board informing you that you've won the competition. The email should also inform you that as your prize you've unlocked the Kraken Submarine. You can locate the submarine at the end of a jetty on the east side of the island. Thank you very much for watching this video, I hope it helped. Once again, please like, subscribe and hit that notification icon to be updated every time I go live.